Day, midweek reset. Listen, ladies, I want to make something clear because a lot of us are confused. I need you to be making money with the content that you create. Yes, I do. We're not posting for free. We're not going live for free, okay? If you are not monetizing your platforms and your content, we have to fix that today because the days of free labor is over. These apps make millions. We need to be getting a cut, okay? I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you're asleep. Yes, you should. We're building wealth, okay? We're gonna build generational wealth. We're gonna stop living in survival and stop struggling. We're gonna stop living paycheck to paycheck. And in order to do that, in order to get that done, we have to also be generating income while we're asleep. Good morning. So if you are not doing that, we have to fix it today, not tomorrow, not next week, not Monday, no. We gotta fix it today. Good morning. I also want you guys to understand this. Listen to me very closely. Ladies, you only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. I cannot make this up. Good morning. For those of you guys who've never seen my face before, I started my digital product business 6 years ago, okay? And when I first started, you guys, I lost a lot of weight. I learned how to eat right, I learned how to exercise, and I lost 100 pounds. And so what I did was I took that knowledge that I learned on my weight loss journey and I turned it into an ebook. And I started selling it to other people who also wanted to lose weight. And I promoted that on YouTube, okay? So anything, and I mean anything that you already know about, something that you have a passion for, that's what you should be monetizing. But the problem with you is you live in fear. Womp, womp, womp. You're living in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. Some of y'all got $1 million ideas. You ran right out the door away from it. You're so fearful of people laughing at you. Good morning. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failing. And so you literally let that fear hold you back and steal your dreams from you. How many of you guys are on this live who are tired of always giving up on yourself? You're tired of always starting and stopping. Thank you. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat because I want to know who I'm talking to this morning because I'm talking to somebody who wants to change. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living in survival mode. They're fed up with living in struggle. They're fed up of living paycheck to paycheck. Very good. Oh, if that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Off-road echo, very good. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you don't know too much or you only know a little bit, then go ahead and put me in the chat because not only am I going to teach you how to create and sell your digital product from scratch, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Ladies, you get in your own way. It's you. The problem is you, okay? And I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings. I'm saying this to tell you the truth, okay? You get in your own way because you live in fear, you're afraid of failure, you start and stop, you have excuses, you procrastinate, you distract. We have to fix you. Your lack of confidence, your lack of discipline, your lack of self-respect. Because if we don't fix you, it don't matter what the hell I'm talking about, you're not gonna do it. I could tell you exactly how to make your ebook from scratch, but if you don't believe you're worthy of success, you're not gonna do it. I could tell you exactly how to monetize your YouTube channel, but if you care too much about what people think, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna get done. So we gotta fix you too. You are the common denominator, all right? If you've never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Make sure you guys take notes. I'm gonna be giving you a lot of game, okay? Your head is gonna be spinning. It would be in your best interest to write it down because if I know anything about you, you're human. Good morning. As humans, we have a tendency to forget all the time. Okay, we're always forgetting because life, and stresses. The key word of this live is going to be execution. In order to execute, it'd be in your best interest to write it down, because since you're gonna forget, you're not gonna remember what we said. And then you're not gonna execute anything, okay? And the key word is execution, because a lot of you guys just love to talk about your brilliant ideas. You like to manifest, you like to hope, you like to think about it for 10 years first, and it never gets done. Good morning. It never gets done. So we're gonna change all of that. You have to execute it, okay? So take notes, write it down, so anything that I say that you forget, you can still execute. Thank you, okay? Also, one last thing before we get started. Listen, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live out to more women who are also tired of their own BS. They was ready to start their business 10 years ago, but they keep starting and stopping. They're ready to quit their job. They already have the resignation letter in the drafts in the email. They're waiting to hit send, okay? Just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. So please like, comment, share, so we can get the algorithming. Good morning, and let's do an affirmation real quick, and then we'll get started. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Ladies, I just need you to do one thing today that you didn't do yesterday. Thank you, lady. You don't have to have 10 hours in order to get something done. You could do 10 minutes, because small progress is better than perfection, okay? All right, let's get started. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? Let's talk. So a digital product is something that you do not have physical possession of. Yes, seventh wonder. You don't have physical possession of it. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music, Spotify, right? It's not in your possession. It's all out in the cloud, okay? You are going to create something to sell. Thank you, Anita. Also, make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me, okay? Because they do steal my videos, so make sure you follow me. And you can sell anything, ladies. You can sell anything your heart desires. Please do not overthink. Please do not get in your head. There's something that you already know how to sell, and that's what I want you, something you already know about, and that's what I want you to sell, okay? When I first started 6 years ago, I lost 100 pounds. I was a big girl, okay? And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise, and I fixed my mindset. And so I put all of that in an ebook and started selling it to other people who also wanted to lose weight. And I sold that on YouTube. So anything that you want to do, you can do, all right? Stop getting in your head, stop living in fear. Now I'm gonna give y'all 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life, but you gotta use them. Yes, I can give you an example. So maybe you're a really good mother. Okay, maybe you're just a really good parent. You could make an ebook teaching other women how to be better parents. Okay, so anything that you already know how to do, please sell that. Sell that. And I don't want to hear it's a stupid idea. No, it's not. Because you see people on these apps doing the darndest things. Don't lie. Every time you scroll on your For You page, you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out how the hell are they making money doing this? Because they are. Because they don't live in fear, and you do. It's 2026, you can do anything. All right, I'm gonna give y'all 2 apps. Make sure you guys write these down. Good morning, I remember seeing you. Yes, I used to go there all the time. Thank you so much. Yes, very good. I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, so please make sure you write these down. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. I'm teaching you guys how to make the ebook. I'm teaching you guys how to sell it. And most importantly, I'm teaching you how to build yourself, your confidence, your discipline, your consistency, belief in self. Yeah. We got to build all that, okay? We're building it all. All right, app number 1, write it down. Remember, we're taking notes. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, write it down. Okay, you will be using Canva for everything, literally, okay? But you got to use it. Now, maybe you want to create content, but you want to make everything branded. You want your videos to have special effects, yada, yada, Canva. No, I'm hungry. Canva Canva has thousands of templates on there for you, and they're very easy to do, okay? Thousands of Instagram reel templates, all the things. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel. I tell y'all every morning, start your YouTube. Maybe today you're gonna listen. Canva, I was about to say Canva. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails on there. And the thumbnails are just those pictures that you see before you actually click on the video. That's what draws your attention in the first place. They're getting them off of Canva. Okay. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. That's what I'm going to teach you how to make. And you just want to make everything branded. You want to add pictures, whatever. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there for you, okay? They're all 1000% customizable, all right? Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman on this live who's living in fear still. She wants to start an online business, but she's saying things to herself like, well, Jazz, I'm not tech savvy. What if I'm too old for this? Thank you, real estate. What if it's too late for me? Okay, let's have a discussion. First of all, what I need you to understand is this. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every day that you are blessed with another day, thank you, Carla, means you have another opportunity to work towards your goals. So instead of making excuses and wasting time, get started. Number 2, you are very tech savvy because you are on your cell phone all day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. You are on social media from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You are liking, commenting, sharing, and archiving. You're copying links back and forth in the group chats. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for those of you guys who do think you're too old, what did I tell you? We are gonna sell what we know, okay? So, since you are so old, in your words, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. So, you have a lot of things you could be selling, okay? All right, I don't want to hear it. Nope, I don't want to hear it. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Listen, on this live, age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number. I don't care how old you are. If you are still kicking, you can still do it, okay? If you are still kicking, you can do it. Thank you, thank you. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Hello, hello, good morning, good morning. Also, make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts. Then they're gonna turn around and message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all, because they're coming for you. App number 2, I can't make this up. App number 2, write it down. Chat GPT, good morning. Chat GPT, this is AI. Let me tell you about good old chat. If you don't know, you're about to know today. You and chat are gonna be like this, best friends forever. Okay, chat's gonna help you with everything. So maybe you wanna create content, but you're just not too sure what kind of videos to make. That's fine, ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're a little camera shy, you just don't know what to say. ChatGPT will script the entire video for you from beginning to end. Yes, I love chat too. Real estate said, love me some ChatGPT. Yes, y'all better use it. Maybe you do wanna write an ebook, and that's what I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this morning. But you just don't know what to put in the ebook. Okay, cool. Well, what if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end? Now, all you gotta do is sell it. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business, okay? I can't make this up. But again, the problem is you. You're inconsistent. You don't stick to anything. You have excuses. You don't even believe that you're worthy of happiness. We gotta fix you, okay? All right, so I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write the ebook. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because again, the key word of this live is execution. Good morning. We cannot keep talking about what we're gonna do, what we wanna do, what would be nice. I'ma just hope and one day. No, no. We are going to do it. You have to execute for anything that you want in life. You know this. I don't have to tell you this. In order for you to get that paycheck that you want, don't you have to execute the job? You don't just hope about it. You execute it and then you get your check. Hello. So why would business be any different? Make it make sense? All right. Prompt number 1, you're going to open up ChatGPT. Write this down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Jazz, can you repeat prompt number 1? No, I cannot. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to, which means you don't really care. And if you don't care, that's fine, but then why should I? Make it make sense? Very good. Let's go. Good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Y'all got that? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. Good morning. I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. Write it down. And then I need you to underline it 1,000,000 times, and then I need you to circle it. Because in 2026, we have got to get locked in on what this word consistent means. Because believe it or not, a lot of y'all are very confused. You don't have a clue. Some of y'all think consistent means when I feel like it. If I have time. If I'm not busy. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be working on the business and working on your goals at least 4 out of the 7 days. Ladies, in order to get the results that we want, we have to be consistent with what we're doing. You don't have a choice. In order for you to get that paycheck, don't you have to consistently go to work? Yes, more often than not, right? Most of you guys work at least 4 out of 7 days. Okay. Your goals in your business is no different. I need you to be consistent. You have got to be consistent. Okay? Now, let's make consistency easy because life is hard enough. Life is life and it's stress and we got a lot going on. So let's make it easy. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you do things that you actually like to do. Okay? Because when you do things that you actually like to do, it doesn't feel like work. Now you have something in your day to look forward to because you're really excited about whatever it is you got going on. So what I need you to do is go through that list that ChatGPT gave you and pick something off that list that you truly have a passion for. I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I would love to talk about all damn day if I could? What is it? I want you to love whatever it is so much that you are driving your husband crazy because you won't shut up about it. That's how you know that's the idea for you, okay? And that's what I want you to do. Ladies, I can't make this up. See, when you get up every day doing what you love, you have this energy of you that just radiates through you because you are genuinely happy with your life. I want that for you because I have that for me. I need you to go through the list and choose something that you truly enjoy. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more. And keep asking until it gives you something you want to use. Okay? Notice, for my ladies who have lost weight, I've lost 100 pounds. You know this to be true. Isn't it so much easier to consistently eat healthy when you eat healthy foods that you actually like? Mm-hmm. You want to open up your own school? Very good. Yes, queen, you can do it. Isn't it easier to consistently be active when you do activities that you actually like? I love weightlifting. That's why it's easy for me to consistently lift weights. Maybe you love Zumba. Well, then do that, okay? Please choose something that you love to do. Okay? I can't make this up. It is 2026. You can make a lot of money doing anything. It really does not matter. And you know that. Okay? Now, one more thing before we move forward. Write this down. This is critical. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I tell you this morning, you better remember this. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. If you are anything like how I used to be, you are giving your energy to any and everybody. You are an energy vending machine. People don't even have to earn your energy. You just give it away. You are giving all of your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all your energy to your family, your parents. You're giving all your energy to your friends. You're giving all your energy to your job, your career. You're giving all your energy to your coworkers. You're giving all your energy to celebrity gossip. You are giving your energy to everybody. And by the time you sit down to work on something for yourself, you can't. Because you don't have any energy left because you gave it all away. And so now you feel frustrated, resentful, depressed, because you're not being stingy with your energy. We have to fix that. And today, it is 2026. This was the year that you said you were going to lock in, right? Well, this is where it starts. I need you to start telling people no. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mom because you want to do something for yourself. It does not make you a bad friend because you want to focus on something for you and not her problems. It makes you human. You matter too. You deserve happiness too. It's not up for negotiation. So, I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using towards my business. No, I cannot give you a ride. That is time that I could be using for my business. No, I cannot sit on the phone and talk to you about your problems. Hell, I gotta fix my own. The answer is no. When you start giving out more no's than you do yeses, now you have more energy for yourself. Money flows where energy goes. So if you start giving more energy to yourself and what you got going on, I promise you without a doubt, you will actually get the results that you want. Stop people pleasing. And these people that we're talking about, they don't even reciprocate the energy back to you. That's why you feel drained. See, it'd be different if it was an equal level of give and take. You give, they take, they give, you take. It's reciprocity. But the people that are draining your energy, they're not reciprocating. That's why you feel drained. Okay? So no, the answer is no. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. Most importantly, we're building ourselves. Let's do an affirmation real quick. I am confident in my abilities. This is why I talk so much about confidence. I am confident in my abilities. Because if you're not confident in your abilities, that means you don't think you can do it. And then you act like somebody who can't do it. Well, I'm not tech savvy. Well, I'm not good at this. Well, this isn't perfect. That's acting like someone who doesn't think that they can do it. But when you have confidence in yourself and you know you are the SHIT, you are all that and a bag of chips, you already know there's nothing that you can't do. And then you move like that. So we have to build our confidence so it actually gets done. Okay? Yes, I am confident in my abilities. Amen. Thank you. Now, once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will type this in the chat. Prompt number 2, write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok. And then they make fake accounts, and then they turn around and message you, pretend to be me. So do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. And if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. The more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok will push, and YouTube will push a lot more people, okay? Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Okay, y'all got that? You're gonna hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business, because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. It wrote it. Now all you have to do, ladies, is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. So open the Canva app, in the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. You will copy and paste, okay? Now for my ladies on this live who love to overthink, write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S, write it down, KISS. This is an acronym and it stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. In other words, stop overthinking because it's not getting you anywhere. Stop. The only thing I need your ebook to do is be clean, legible, and simple. That's it. Clean, legible, simple. Stop overcomplicating it. You do this all day, every day. And that's why you feel overwhelmed, okay? Once you are done copying and pasting, good morning, and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF. You will then upload that file to your hosting site. Y'all better write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are examples. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more out there, but these are some of the most popular ones, okay? If y'all got all of that, got that in the chat before we move forward. Talk to me, let me know. Remember, the keyword of this live is execution, ladies. We gotta execute. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Well, how do I start loving myself? Start doing good things for yourself. Start putting yourself first. Can you eat something healthy today? Can we get our steps in today? Can we go to bed on time today so we can get 8 hours of sleep? Because a lot of y'all love to scroll all night, and then that's why you're tired the next day. Now you don't have energy to do anything because you're not sleeping. Can we prioritize our rest today? Okay. When you start treating yourself well, you start to truly love yourself. Okay? All right, good. Y'all got that. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Now, listen. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Ladies, I've been doing this full time for 6 years. Made more money than I ever could have imagined. But I also made a lot of mistakes along the way. Lots of mistakes. I got lists for days. But one of the biggest mistakes, the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also in general, in life. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We have got to put ourselves on a budget. We have got to develop financial literacy. We have got to learn how to write a budget out and stick to it. Because if you do not, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You will continue to live paycheck to paycheck. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of us live above our means. And I was no different. I thought once I left my 9 to 5 and became a full-time entrepreneur and started making more money that all my paycheck to paycheck problems would go away. No, they actually got worse because as I made more, I spent more. And month after month, I found myself overdrawn. I had to develop financial literacy. I had to stick to a budget. I had to learn how to tell myself no and have some discipline. You're gonna have to change that. And the reason I'm telling you this is because these hosting sites have fees. Ladies, don't act brand new. You know everything costs money. Do not sit and act like, what? You know this. And don't run away and say, well, I can't afford it. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because you are at Chipotle every day, spending $25 on a bowl because you have to have extra chicken and queso. You are at Chick-fil-A. You are in the McDonald's lines. Yes, don't do it. Don't laugh. You are TikTok shopping, Temu and Shein. These hosting sites have fees. Now, I use Stand Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that. Yes, I'm sorry, on YouTube I can't do the mirror, so that's why y'all are backwards. Sorry about that. Stand Store is very expensive, okay? If you're brand new to all of this, Stand Store is not for you. It's $99 a month. That's too high if you're not making that yet, okay? So if you are brand new, fine. I want you to start on Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% of every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start. Now, what I know about you is this. You're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start making money, then transfer everything over to Stand Store. Because Stand Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business. Like Afterpay and Klarna. Yes, but the Afterpay and Klarna is on the $99 a month plan. And the reason I say this is because buy now, pay later is taken over. Ladies, let me tell you about the world of finance. People today love them some buy now, pay later. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, taken over. People today are using buy now, pay later options more than they are credit cards. And no, it is not just poor people. No. 6-figure earners are also using buy now, pay later options. So if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you without a doubt, you will make more. But you are just gonna start with what you have. Keyword is you are going to start. So you will start on Gumroad. You will build your business, start making money, and then you will transfer everything over to Stand Store later. Okay? All right, so what we just did was we just made that ebook. We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put it together, we made the ebook. Now we have to sell it. We gotta sell it. And ladies, I'm gonna be honest. Sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we don't have a choice but to get this right. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours. 2 hours, that's it. And honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, if I'm being real. But I will give you some grace, and I will give you 2. And oh, by the way, on this live, I don't care how old you are. Age ain't nothing but a number. You are more than capable. Because what you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. You are copying and pasting links to reels all day. Am I lying? If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, I used to do this too, this is how I know. This is a judgment-free zone. You're a perfectionist though, right? So that means everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who's gonna waste 6 months of her life that she never gets back just to overthink, have OCD, and try to be so damn perfect. And then when you do decide to start, you're gonna take things out, overthink, put things back, second guess your own brilliance, and then give up on it again. And then you're gonna let 3 more months go by that you do not get back ever, just to waste more time, to overthink, to be perfect. And then when you decide to get started yet again, this time, you're gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, these aren't even business owners. These aren't even people that you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time that you will never get back. Bless your heart. Bless your heart, you poor thing. Listen. I've been there. I know. Ma'am, what you really are, she says, stop calling me out. No, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. What you really are, Creators Corner, you are scary. You are living in fear. And what did we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from your $1 million idea because you are so fearful of looking stupid. You are so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of people talking about you, so you don't do anything but waste time. And you let fear year after year steal your dream life from you. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we hold on to this fear and these excuses and this procrastination, all this crap that we do, is because we're really self-sabotaging. That's what all this is. This is self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. It is not group sabotage, no. It's not work sabotage, it's self-sabotage. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we're trying to protect ourselves from feeling disappointed in ourselves. See, you have a fragile little ego and you cannot handle The feeling of disappointment because your ego can't take it. So you make excuses and you procrastinate and you overthink to avoid feeling disappointed, putting yourself out there and people laughing, putting yourself out there and failing. You're so afraid of that feeling of disappointment that you self-sabotage to avoid feeling it if it doesn't work out. But I'm confused because you already said that you hate your job. That's what you said. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You said that you were tired of always giving up on yourself. That's what you said. But every day that you live like that, you are still living in disappointment because there's still things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. See, on this live, I'm here to help you fix it. We're not just talking about it, we're gonna fix it. But we can't fix it if you don't change. How can we build a business so that we can make extra income, so we can stop living paycheck to paycheck if there's no products? You can't. How can customers give you their money for your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. So, you have to launch as is. How can we build our confidence if we keep giving up on ourselves? We can't. You have had this business idea for years and it's still not done, which is why you lack confidence in yourself, because you're not sticking to the promise that you made to yourself. We have to fix it, which means you have to change, which means you have to launch as it is. And I need you to understand and understand that everything you do gets better along the way. Your business will get better along the way. The more products you create, the better they'll get. The more content you put out, the better it will get. The longer you run your business, the better it will get. But you have to launch as is. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. Yeah, believe it or not, Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. They weren't always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. No. They weren't doing pay-per-view WWE, and they didn't have their own original movies and series. Please, years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You had to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see. They would mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for the next movie, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait to be perfect. They didn't wait till they had all the funding. They launched with what they had. And as they continued to run their business, it got better along the way. So, I don't know why you think that you're above Netflix and you can skip all of that messy middle, but we're going to have to reel that ego on in some, bring it on in a little bit, and understand that as you do more, it will get better. It always does. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I already know that I am not the coach for everybody, because believe it or not, most people don't want to hear the truth. No, because that forces them to look at themselves. I'm holding a mirror to your bullshit. But I believe the truth will set you free. So I'm going to tell it to you regardless of how you feel. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrity drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business, reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit and scroll on IG, TikTok, and YouTube for hours, sharing the reels back and forth in the group chats, laughing, kikiing, and cacaing. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because there's things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. And this is escapism. This is escapism. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing the problems that you have, you would rather run from them and escape. But let's take a new path, because that path is clearly not working. I don't have to convince you of that. Just look at your life and how you feel about it. That'll tell you everything you need to know. It's time to take a new path. Let's try something different. Instead of trying to escape a life that we are not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow, not on Monday. No, because you said new year, new you. That's what you said. You say this every year. So let's do that. I want you to turn the TV off. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your girlfriends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. You don't need to be at Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to start the ebook and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. No, you're not stopping, coming back, because you don't even never come back. You know how you roll. You never come back. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, if we don't have a product, then we ain't got nothing to sell. So ain't even no point talking about sales. If we're clear, go ahead and put clear in the chat. Good morning. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business, but most importantly, how to build yourself. Ladies, the version of you who shows up consistently, who follows through with the promises that she makes to herself, who loves herself, who respects herself, who knows how to put herself first without feeling guilty, that version, she's already within you, but she is buried under the fear, the excuses, the limiting beliefs, the people pleasing, the lack of boundaries, the lack of self-respect. In order to unleash the dream version of ourselves, who's running her online business, who's not stressing about bills, we have got to change. You are holding yourself back. Your habits are holding yourself back. We have got to fix it, and quick, because time is moving, as you know. All right? Now, I told you guys earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. That's more than half. So we have to get this right, or there is no business. But I'm going to be honest. Sales is where most people fail. They fail at sales. Before you run away, oh my God, because it's so hard. No, it's not because it's hard. Sales is actually very easy, but people's mindset and the things that they think about sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So in order to sell something, we have to fix our mindset in regards to sales. Some of you guys have said things like, well, Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. First of all, what I need you to understand, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. That's it. Stop overcomplicating it. You are not begging anyone for anything. People have problems and you have a solution. That's it. So get that out of your head right now. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product all the time, consistently, because people will forget. Ladies, I don't know if you're aware or not, but everyone is out living their own life. Everyone has their own problems. They're not checking for you. People will forget. You have to remind people consistently that you exist and how your products can help them so they can even remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? I keep telling you that. Why? Because I already know you're going to forget, because you always do. Because life, and stress stresses. So that's why I'm telling you to take notes. Why do you guys think I keep telling you the key word of this live is execution? I've said it about 20 times. Why do I keep repeating myself? So it sticks. So that you begin to remember, oh yeah, I gotta do this. People will forget. You have to consistently remind them. You don't have a choice. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are aware. We got the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription to get 2-day, same day, and 1-day shipping. So even though everyone and their mama knows who Amazon is, and most of us give them our money, they still remind you all day that they exist. How do they do that? Those damn Amazon trucks that you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing one. They could have left those trucks blank. They didn't have to make them blue and put their logo on them. But they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, your brain remembers Amazon. Look at their packages, their boxes. You can't even go down a neighborhood. You can't even open a mail room. You can't even go into an office without seeing Amazon packages everywhere. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They didn't have to put their logo on the packing tape, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you saw one of their packages, which is all day long, your brain thinks, Amazon. Do you really think that they're worried about you, thinking that they're being annoying and begging you for money? No. No. Why? Well, they have a solution to your problem, and they know it. Your problem is you're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. They got you covered. They know you're not going anywhere. They know you're not going to cancel that subscription. You're not going nowhere. Am I lying? For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Facebook. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to consistently talk about Glow Up Academy and how I can help people without worrying about people thinking I'm begging them for money or being annoying and unfollowing me? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to become confident. They want to believe in themselves and actually reach their goals. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become disciplined and accountable and consistent so it actually gets done. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to build their online business, monetize their content. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about who thinks I'm begging them. If I'm being annoying and talking about it too much and they unfollow me, honestly, I don't give a damn. They just weren't ready. And that's okay. They'll come back when they're ready. They always do. And since I have that energy about my products and services, I sell. And I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. We are selling our products. Let's do an affirmation. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Good morning, good morning. Thank you. I am capable of anything that I set my mind to. I can't make this up. Ladies, if you even thought the thought, if they even popped into your head, that's because you can. I believe that all ideas that we have come from God. He plants seeds in our head. And I don't believe that he'll plant a seed in an environment that cannot harvest it. But you never even try the ideas that he has given you. He wouldn't have gave it to you if you couldn't do it. If you even thought about being a content creator, that's because you can. Otherwise, it wouldn't even cross your mind. I can't make this up. And one more thing, I want to address the elephant in the room, which is failure. Failing. Some of y'all are so afraid to try because you're so afraid to fail. So you don't even try at all. But a lot of y'all are just really confused as to what failing even means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think failing means you make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all really think that if you post a TikTok video and it doesn't get 10,000 views in an hour, then you failed. But that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel, when you say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I give up, that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you keep going, you keep trying, you keep executing, that's not failing because you're still showing up, you're still committed. Everything that you keep doing, eventually, you get the results that you want. I just need you to do something today that you didn't do yesterday. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a 20-second reel and tomorrow you post it? Every single day that we just do something, and it doesn't have to be hours worth of it, even if it's just 10 minutes, that's better than nothing. And that's getting you closer to what you want. Stop thinking that you're failing because the results aren't happening fast enough. That's really what this boils down to. We are entitled. This is a mindset shift. Society today, and it's not your fault, we have become entitled. You are entitled. You have convinced yourself that something should happen within X amount of days because you said so. Because you said so. And if it didn't happen in the time frame in which you think it should, well, now you have a problem with it. That's entitlement. Because you set this bizarre timeline of when you feel entitled to the results. But let me tell you this, everything that you keep going with, you eventually get the results that you want. To my ladies who have lost weight, you already know this is true. I have lost 100 pounds. Let me ask you, if you consistently eat less food and you consistently move your body, don't you eventually get to the weight goal? Yes. Yes, you do. If you consistently pay your credit cards down and you consistently pay your bills on time, won't you eventually get to the credit score that you want? Yes. Yes, you will. Business is no different. If you consistently make the content, if you consistently talk about the products and how it will help people, I promise you, you will eventually get to the dollar amount that you want. So just keep going. So for all of you guys who are so afraid to fail, do not quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So get it out your head, okay? I don't want to hear nothing about nobody's failure. Sales tip number 1, good morning. Write this down. Oh, let me write it down too. Make sure you guys are following me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts and then they're gonna turn around and message you, all right? Sales tip number 1, good morning. Content is king and distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Let's break this down so it makes sense. Let's start with the content is king part. Okay, so content, that is reels, pictures, YouTube long form videos for those of y'all who get on YouTube, going live. These are all forms of content, okay? And also on threads, like the text, the message, like on Facebook, the statuses, Twitter, the tweets, all of that is content, okay? Now, content is how we tell people about our products and services and how our products and services can help them, okay? All that's through content. Content is king because we already know people are gonna forget, so we have to be consistent. And what did we say consistent meant? More often than not. So the goal is to get to a point where you're posting 4 out of 7 days, because 4 days is more often than not in a 7-day week, right? Okay, well, for those of you guys who are not posting yet, maybe you don't post at all, maybe you're camera shy, fine. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed about posting 4 times a week because we're gonna crawl before we walk, we're gonna walk before we run. If you are camera shy and you're not posting at all, I want you to focus on just getting better every single day. So this week, you are going to commit to recording 30-second videos of yourself talking, not to post, not to post. This is just you getting in front of the camera, getting comfortable with being in front of the camera and talking to the camera, okay? And I want you to do that multiple times a day. And don't sit here and tell me you don't have time, because if you have time to be on my live, then you have time to do this. I'm real. If you got time to watch my YouTube videos, you got time to do this. If you got time to watch my reels, you could have made your own. Clock it. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And you'll do that multiple times a week or multiple times a day, okay? And then once you become comfortable, now we're gonna go to posting 1 time a week. 30-second video, just 1 time a week. When you get comfortable with that, then we're gonna up it to 2 and so on and so forth, okay? We're gonna crawl before we walk before we run. But just know content is king, okay? Now the distribution is queen part. Not only will you work on posting consistently, I also need you guys to be building at least 3 platforms. At least 3, okay? Well, why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that job you have, that one job with that one income. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had a TikTok account. Ladies, I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. And no, it is not hard to build 3. Literally the same exact video that you put on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube, Instagram, the same video, okay? It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Now, which platform should you grow? Well, that's 1000% up to you. You got lots of options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you are always on TikTok, start a TikTok. Obviously you like it here because you're always on this app, and then just choose 2 more, okay? If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube first. Now, let me give you guys some information in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. It is not TikTok. Some of y'all are confused. No, it is YouTube. There are more people watching YouTube than cable TV. So because everybody is on YouTube, I always urge and encourage my students to start their YouTube channel. Start posting and growing it because that's where everybody is. So you need to be there too. All right? Now, before we even move on to sales tip number 2, I want to talk to the woman on this live who's still living in fear. We already said on this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're trying to do right now. You're quiet, you're not saying too much, you're taking notes, and you're in your head saying, Jazz, this sounds great. Like, I would love to live a life where I get up every day doing what I love. I would love to be confident. I would love to post my content and help people. This sounds amazing. But I don't know. You're telling me to post consistently. You're telling me to make an ebook from scratch. You're telling me to build 3 platforms instead of 1. I don't know, Jazz. I don't know. That sounds hard. Okay. Well, before you run away from your brilliant idea, like you always do, just listen. One thing I know is this. I can't convince you of anything. And so I'm not going to try because I can't. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, your feelings are valid, you're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that building 3 platforms by taking that one video and posting it on 3 different places is hard, then fine. I'll let you think it. It's hard. If you want to believe that recording a 20-second TikTok reel that you can even make faceless is hard, fine. You're right. It's hard. But you also said that you're tired of always giving up on yourself. You said that you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's hard. Crying every day because you're unhappy with your life and the direction it's going in is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it, that's hard. Not even believing that you're worthy of happiness is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. That, right there. Fear will do that. And you let it every day. Fear will literally convince you that you can't do any of this, that your ideas are stupid, and that you're not good enough for anything. And you let it year after year. It steals your dreams from you. Some of you guys have had these ideas in your head for years. You could have been millionaires by now. But again, year after year, you let fear steal all of that from you. That's the problem. That right there. And one thing that I have noticed about women, and I used to be guilty of this too, we never give ourselves credit where credit is due. You never even tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. You don't even realize how amazing you actually are. Because there were things that took place in your life. You went through some dark days. We all do. And in those moments, you did not think you would make it out. Nope. You didn't know how things were going to get better. You didn't know how you were going to overcome what you overcame. But you did. Because you're still here now. And reflecting back on those dark times, you let fear convince you that you can't even do this. But look at what you've already done. Look at what you've already done. And you're going to let fear try to convince you that you can't copy and paste some words? Really, ladies? Really? You're going to let fear convince you that you can't record a 20-second video that ChatGPT will script for you? Really? Are we serious right now? Our confidence is so low. That's the problem. Lack of confidence. Look at what you overcome now. There are people on these apps, and I don't have to convince you of this, you can see this for yourself, who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, building their business. There are women on these apps who have more kids than you. And they are still showing up, just trying to build their business. There are people on this app who are always sick because they're always in the hospital. Cancer patients, sickle cell anemia. And despite everything that they're dealing with daily, they are still showing up, building their business. There are people on this app who lost everything. They lost their job. They lost their place to stay. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite the whole world on their back right now, they are still showing up, putting one foot in front of the other and building their business. Now, let's get real for a second. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all might, and I'll give you grace. But some of y'all, don't even. Things may not be perfect. They never will be. You might have a few complaints, but for the most part, you are sitting pretty right now. Don't even sit there and tell no tales. And you still don't think that you can do this when you see people who are worse off than you still doing it. That's the problem. That right there, lack of confidence. There is no confidence at all. No self-respect. Some of you guys don't even, I talk to y'all on one-on-ones and the ideas y'all have, and you still don't think you can do this. We gotta fix it. We have got to fix it. This is a problem. Listen, my online business changed my whole life. I can't make this up. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from a freaking cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I now have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. I have confidence now. I really love myself, and I really believe in myself. But before all of this, before COVID, because I started during COVID, I lived a very, very different life. Girl, I used to be broke as hell. No confidence whatsoever. I used to be miserable and depressed. I used to be an alcoholic. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us, but I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a degree, graduate, get a good job with benefits and stability. I'll be able to work and pay my bills, right? I'll be able to take a few vacations a year. I'll be able to save up and buy a home. I'll be able to put extra money into my 401k and retire with dignity. That's what they said. So I fell in line. I said, let's go. I went off to college and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my dream job. My first full-time job ever. I was 23 years old. I was so excited. They were gonna offer me $60,000 a year. That was more money than I had ever made in my entire life. I thought I was about to be rich. I thought this American dream was really about to take place. So I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to be an adult and to do adult things. So I went out and got my own place. But I didn't stop there. Listen, I told you guys, I used to have really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I had to match this upgraded life, right, with this new job. So I got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, okay? Title in hand. The car got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F. There was nothing wrong with the car, but it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no touchscreen in the dash. You know, I had to upgrade, okay? So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Monthly car payment, $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So by the time I paid all my bills for the month, your girl was broke. I couldn't afford no trips. I couldn't afford to put in extra money to my 401k. I couldn't afford none of that. I could barely afford to get my nails done. I was broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them student loans. See, at 23, I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. I thought everybody had student loans and they just get it when they get it. No. No. The government is not playing with you, and they want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate college to get on your feet, okay? They won't call, they won't send letters, they want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. They wanna see your tax returns. And when they saw on paper, I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, so no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I'm like, what? $400? Yes, that was the price. And it's not up for negotiation, that's what they want. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit tanked. 520. So that American dream home ownership thing, that wasn't gonna happen for me. Not no time soon. Not till I fixed all of that. So now I got bad credit. I had another problem. I hated my job. College didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered. I was very naive in my early 20s. I took people for face value. I didn't think people were out to get you. I didn't live like that. So I believed my supervisor in the interview when she told me that everybody was a work family and they all loved each other and genuinely cared about each other. That's what she told me. So I went into that department thinking that's how that was. I learned in corporate America, people are fake as fuck. You gotta watch them. Because they'll smile in your face. They'll kiki and kaka with you in the break room. Yeah. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks and the Secret Santas for the holidays. We all sit at the table and sing Kumbaya. They'll even invite you out to happy hour. They'll talk to you and hang out with you off of the clock. So they're not even getting paid to be around you at this point, but they'll still be around you. But they don't like you. They'll invite you to baby showers and they'll invite you to their weddings. But they don't like you. And best believe, any and everything that you told them in confidence will be in your supervisor's email, and you will be on the most hated list at work. I found out the hard way. I had became friends with a woman who was 31, I was 23. She told me I was the little sister that she never had, and I believed her, because why would she lie? Walked right into that. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women. And I was the youngest one there. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. You are blessed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. That's how it feels. It feels like you can try all day to be positive and be optimistic, but it's nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. You could try to work overtime, or even get a part-time job to catch up on bills, finally breathe and not be stressing and have a little bit of a savings nest. But just when you start to get a couple $100, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. It's always something. You could try to pray and ask God to help you, but it feels like he's not listening, because it feels like he's ignoring you, because it feels like he's not fixing it, because it feels like you're still miserable. And it's like no matter what you do, your life is not going to get any better. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's how trapped feels. And I felt like that for 6 years. I used to cry every day. I used to pull up at that job. I would sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I started to have anxiety. I never had anxiety till I had that job. Like butterflies in your stomach that you can't get rid of, unsettled. I used to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? So what that means is these people have taken over your mind and you can't escape them. So you are at home. You should be spending time with your spouse, but you can't do that because you're literally telling him every single thing that happened at work. You can't even be married happily because you're so miserable. I couldn't sleep anymore. I thought they were going to fire me. I was always paranoid. And to cope with all my anxiety and my depression, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves so I could sleep. Quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this story is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit, that's hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy with your life right now. That is hard. That is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, and year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing ass shit. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with you. That is depressing. That would be depressing for anyone. But now, I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. For so many years, I thought God skipped me, meaning I didn't think there was anything special about me. I saw amazing things in other people had all these talents, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, why don't I have any? Why would he skip me? He didn't skip me. There was something very special about me, and he allowed me to find it, and I get to monetize it. There's something special about you too. And you should be monetizing it too. But the problem is, you won't let go of fear. And you continue to let fear stop you from doing the very thing that will change your entire life. Ladies, when you get to wake up every day doing what you love to do, that brings a whole new level of happiness. And then to get paid to do it? That's the beauty with online business. You can monetize anything. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and see the darndest things? And you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out how the hell are they getting paid to do that? Because they tried. Because they let go of fear. That's how. You gotta let go of the fear. And I want to say one more thing to you before we move on, because I need to make sure this sticks. Ladies, I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more a day, you realize you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. You realize that, right? Yeah, see, I literally work 9 to 5, which should have only been a 20-minute drive to work was over an hour because I'm in rush hour traffic. So 2 hours in the car, there and back, 8 hours at work, plus you got 1 hour bullshit lunch break. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse or your kids before it's time to put everyone to bed and do it again the next day, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday, you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. But Sunday, not so much. No. Because you have to prepare for the work week. So you got to cook. You got to clean. You got to do laundry. You got to go to the grocery store. And you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, He loves me. He loves me. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be miserable and crying every day? He didn't put me here for that. God loves you too. He doesn't want you feeling miserable and crying every day. No. He made you for a very special reason, and you should be monetizing it. One thing I've noticed is life just has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It becomes dim. It becomes dark. And then here you are today, not believing in yourself. But what I need you to know is you can do this. There is nothing that you cannot do. But the problem is you put a limitation on your own greatness. You tell yourself what you can't do, and it's not even true. If you even thought the thought, meaning if you even had the idea, that's because you can. God would not give you ideas that you are not capable of doing. I need you to let go of the fear so that fear can finally stop stealing your dream life from you, because that's what it's doing year after year. You already knew what you wanted to do, and it's still not done. It's not done because you refuse to let go of the fear. You can do this, ladies. Stop. Just stop. I know you can do this. Okay? All right. Now I want to hear it. So, sales tip number 2. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. We're selling our products, and most importantly, we're building ourselves. Let's do an affirmation real quick, and then we'll do it. Perfect. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Clock it. Good morning, Karen. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Amen, amen. Ladies, y'all better stop. Because you're just getting older, you're not getting younger, so you might as well just stop. Stop. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So, if they don't like you, you're not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay, we're gonna do that in our content. In your content, ladies, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. The people who watch our content, who follow us and subscribe to our channels, that becomes our community. And it is our community that will buy our products. So in order to build that community, we have to create the content. And in order to get people to watch the content and like us, we have to be relatable and we have to be authentic. See, a lot of you guys are doing yourself a disservice by trying to be perfect because people can't relate to that. Because nobody is perfect. And it's not authentic because you know daggone well you're not perfect. So you're not even being yourself. Okay? So please, I need you to be relatable and authentic. Now, one thing I used to struggle with, this might be you, I don't know. When I first started creating content, it was hard for me to be relatable and authentic because I didn't know who I was. And the reason I didn't know who I was because for so long I spent my life being who I thought people wanted me to be. If that is something that you struggle with, I need you to start spending more time by yourself. You spend way too much time around other people. I need you to start spending time by yourself so you can start to figure out what do you like? Who are you? Okay? Now, some of y'all might still be living in fear and saying like, well, Jazz, what if nobody likes me? That's impossible. Okay? That's impossible because there are 8 billion people in this world. I promise you, somebody is bound to like you. And I used to be fearful of that too. I forgot when you post your content, it goes everywhere. People all over the world will get to see your content. And I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm just telling you that so that you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. There are people all over the world who need you. You have a solution to their problem. They need to watch your videos. But you deprive them of that opportunity of learning something from you because you won't get out of your head and post the damn video. What if I allowed fear to take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then all of y'all sitting here watching wouldn't have been able to learn anything. I wouldn't have been able to help you because I wouldn't have went live. But that's literally what you're doing to your audience, your future audience. You guys, I have people inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world. I'm in the USA, okay? I have people from Germany, Canada, Australia, Jamaica, Paris, France. I ain't never been in none of them countries. All because I was able to help somebody. So please post the content. Stop overthinking and just be yourself. I promise you people will like you. I can't make this up. Okay? Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, well, how do we get people to know us? All right. I need you to go live. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. It's not the only way, but it is the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you and ask you questions, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all just as hard as y'all want to be. And you're going to say, well, Jess, I don't want to go live. And I'm just say, fine. Don't. I am not the coach that can convince you. I can't convince you of anything. If you don't want to go live, then don't go live. But let me just remind you, you also said you didn't want to go to work. That's what you said. You said you hate your job. It amazes me how many people will slave away at a job to build someone else's business and make them rich. But they absolutely refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. You see people on these apps, especially on TikTok, selling. Am I lying? All hours. I don't care what time. The internet does not sleep. I promise you, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. I promise you that. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I'm not against going live. I'm willing to do it. I'm just live shy. All right, well, let me talk to you. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience being on live. It's not because you suck at life, and it's not because this isn't meant for you. You just don't have any experience. Maybe you did it once 6 months ago, but you definitely don't do it consistently. We have been on this live for 101 minutes. If you are still here, that lets me know that you trust me, because you could be anywhere on the internet right now, but you're here. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I cannot make this up. Ladies, any and everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not know how to always drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. So just imagine if we consistently went live. I can't make this up, ladies. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There is a reason, good morning, why I'm telling you guys to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're living under a rock, but ladies, people work hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. So if you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. There's no way around it. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. Leave that at the door. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything, and there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you already know. I'm not gonna convince you otherwise, whatever. Just know pride comes with footfall. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize there's room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you. I want you to go to your profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. Don't you ever forget that. Now ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? Be honest. I also need you to ask yourself this. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Just fix it. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then fix it and make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they can expect from you. You choose not to. Ladies, that is the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty with everything that we have talked about this morning. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. You just choose not to. I already know that I'm not the coach for everybody because most people, believe it or not, don't want the truth. No, people want to continue to be lied to so they don't have to fix themselves. But I'm gonna hold a mirror right in front of you so you can see yourself and what you're doing. So if you don't want the truth, then go ahead and leave now because it's about to get real. But the truth will set you free. And I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to help you. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just go live consistently and you won't be live shy for long. See, some of y'all already knew that because some of y'all have already been on this live and you're still not doing it. That is a choice. You choose not to fix it. If you are camera shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just practice being in front of the camera multiple times a day to get comfortable in front of the camera. You choose not to. If you do lack confidence in yourself, fix it. I already told you how. Start keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to complain, you choose to vent, you choose to throw pity parties for yourself, you choose to make excuses, you choose to procrastinate, you choose to do all of the things except the one thing that would change your entire life, which is change. You refuse to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You gotta change. Because there's things about you that's holding you back. See, a lot of times we live in a trapped mindset. And you've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in it. And you really believe that how things are today is how it's always going to be and that you have no ability to fix it. That's not true. You are not trapped. I used to think I was trapped too. Remember I told you guys I thought I was trapped at that 9 to 5? And I have been living in that trap mindset for so long, I didn't even realize I was living in it. I was never trapped at that job. Staying at that job was a choice. See, I could have moved back home, but I chose not to. Because I liked having my own place. I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone. I could have quit the job sooner and just got some part-time jobs. But I didn't want to lose the status, the Monday to Fridays, the weekends off, the income. So I chose to stay. I could have had the bank repossess the car. I could have fixed my credit later. But then I'd have to give up my car. Not my charger. No. I was never trapped. I chose to stay. I chose to make excuses. I chose to throw pity parties. I chose to feel sorry for myself. I chose to procrastinate. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my entire life forever, which was leave. I finally left. Some of you guys believe that you can't fix it yet until you get more information. See, you really think that you're lacking information. If you just watch more YouTube videos and watch more lives, and it'll all make sense, and then somehow magically it'll fix itself. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Let's be honest. You are on social media all day, okay? You have all the information. You've watched all the lives. You've archived all the videos. You've already made a folder of motivational content. You are not lacking information at all. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution. See, you are the woman who always talks about what she's going to do, but you never just do it. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse as to why it can't get done. You are the woman who procrastinates, who talks about what she's going to do later, and later never shows up. You are going to have to change. Because who you are right now is holding you back. You are gonna have to execute. You're gonna have to actually do the things that you were taught. You gotta change. Because listen, the version of you who's confident, who's running her business, who's reaching her goals, who keeps the promises that she makes to herself, who respects herself, who has boundaries, who loves herself, she's already within you, okay? But she's buried under the fear. She's buried under the excuses and the procrastination and the limiting beliefs, the people pleasing. She's buried under all of this stuff that you got going on, that you prioritize over you. You will not become that version of yourself until you change. Because who you are right now does not align with who you want to be. So you're gonna have to change. The problem is, we have become entitled. We live in an entitled society. And you have become entitled to time. You really believe that you have all the time in the world. But I want to know, who promised you that you would be here next month? How do you know that you'll be here a year from now? I'm just curious, who told you that? Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And instead of you living every day that you are blessed with, fulfilled and happy and on your terms, you choose to waste the time that you have. You waste it on social. You waste it watching movies. You waste it at happy hours. You're just wasting this precious time that you have. Time is the most valuable asset that you have. It's not money. You can always make more money. But you will never get back time. 2025 is over. You won't get a minute of it back. You are getting older, not younger. And you will never be this age again. And I don't really have to convince you of this because you see this in your own life. Let me ask you, how many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:07 a.m. Wow. I cannot believe it's Wednesday. Wow. I cannot believe next month is February 2026. Wow. I cannot believe I am 35 years old, or whatever age you are, insert. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. All day. So you see for yourself how quickly time is moving. And you still choose to waste it. We gotta fix that. We gotta fix that quickly. Because you are wasting time. One of the biggest lessons I learned on my journey, and this one's tough, so brace yourself. Your life and the direction that it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Yeah. For those of you guys who are struggling financially, your life, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Now, some of y'all, your ego is going to get in the way and you're going to say, no, Jazz, nope, wait a minute. It's not my fault. How can I get ahead in times like this? I have done the math, I've already deducted, and there's just not enough money coming in. Your life, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm gonna tell you how. Ladies, times have been hard. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. This is not new. This did not happen last night. And every day you choose to do nothing about it. See, you could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You'd be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It would be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community is who buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to vent and complain. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to tell yourself what you can't do. You choose to do all the things except the one thing that will change your entire life, which starts. You are gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change. And look, I am not perfect at all, okay? I am flawed as hell. And this version of me, the version that y'all see today, is a reflection of the changes that I made in my own life. I used to be 100 pounds heavier. I lost weight, kept it off for 3 years so far. How? Just ate less, moved more. I used to be full of excuses. Yeah. I was the queen of excuses. Tomorrow, later, I can't right now, I'm busy. Excuse after excuse. I used to procrastinate as well, yes. I was the new year, new me queen. Every year I was popping out. And they never popped out nowhere. Still the same person, just with new excuses. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. I would always say things like, oh, Jazz, you're so stupid. You could have did that better. What the hell is wrong with you? That's how I used to talk to myself. Let me ask you, how the hell was I gonna be a successful entrepreneur when I'm talking to myself like that? I couldn't. I had to change that. The way y'all talk to yourselves is horrible. You would never talk to a child like that, but yet you think it's okay to talk to yourself like that. Absolutely not. Stop talking to yourself like you ain't got no sense. And then you wonder why people treat you the way they treat you. Look at how you treat yourself. Look at how you talk to yourself. That's got to change. We got to fix that. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic habit when I got that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, the alcohol abuse would have just went away. No. It got worse. Ladies, let me tell you something. Your problems don't fix themselves. They don't just magically get better. If you don't fix it, the problem just gets worse. See, I quit my job during COVID and I just put in my 2 weeks. I didn't have any money saved up, okay? I had been there for 6 years. I was done. I was fed up. I was about to turn 30. I was like, you know what? F y'all, I'm out. Put in my 2 week notice. That was it. My plan was I was gonna live off of my stimulus for a few months, grow my online business, and then my business could just take over from there. And it would all just work itself out. Now, I didn't have too much stimulus, okay? I don't have any kids, so I only had about $2,000 to my name. But that was the plan. Oh, and by the way, I had just bought a house. I hadn't even been in the house for a whole year yet before I quit that job. But I just believe God told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. I have been begging to quit. He told me quit, so I quit. So now I'm at home. It's COVID. Everything is shut down. I have nothing but time to drink, to distract. And I was trying to work on my business too. I was doing all the things that you probably do. Watching TikTok lives, taking notes, watching YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetizations, contents. But it's not working. Nobody's watching my stuff. Nobody's buying my products. I convinced myself that I was doing everything that I could. So it's not me. I'm not the problem here. It's the algorithm. YouTube doesn't like me. Instagram doesn't like me. Facebook just doesn't like me. It's the algorithm. It's not me. See, The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. So I was lying to myself, telling myself that I was being productive and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, when in fact I wasn't, because I was always drunk. I was always drinking. But I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm the problem. Why would I do that? So I'm getting pissed off at the algorithm. And then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm running out of money. And God, you told me to quit. You told me the time was now. I quit and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with the lights. They told me if I don't pay the lights by this day, they're going to cut them off. There's no more arrangements. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year yet. I'm getting stressed and I'm getting pissed. I didn't want to admit that I was the problem. I didn't want to feel guilt, shame. Who wants to say they have a drinking problem? Oh. What would my family think? So I didn't. I continued to lie to myself some more. I told myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till 11 a.m/noon, even though I drink all day, every day, I don't have a problem because I don't start my day with alcohol. So we don't have anything to talk about. What? The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. But you get to a point where you hit a brick wall. You can't keep running from yourself. And eventually, God is going to make you listen. See, I believe God is within you. So I have God within me. You have a God within you. But he's not at the church. He's within you. So those ideas that you get, those are seeds that God plants. He's telling you something. That gut, that intuition feeling that you get, that's God trying to tell you something. And believe it or not, we don't really like to listen to God. We say we do. It sounds good in conversation. It sounds good on paper, but we don't really like to listen to God. Actions speak louder than words. And if you don't believe that to be true, answer this. How many ideas did God give you last year that you didn't even try? If that's not true, let me ask you this. How many times did you go against your gut, your intuition, just to find out later you were right? We never like to listen to God. So we actually use our distractions as a way to avoid him. But eventually, he is gonna make you listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed and I was down and out. I was like, oh my God, they're about to take my house. I'm about to lose my house. Remember God said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I have been. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you and you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales, all because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started to say amazing things to myself, like, Jazz, you're great. Like, you're so smart. You're really doing this. I started to get confidence in myself. All because I changed. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't realize back then was this, ladies, in order to get something, you have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had to ask God to help me $60K a year to replace the job that I had. But I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K, just help me. I will cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job, please. God gave me. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. I don't even know 10 people. God gave me over 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I don't know. God gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. God gave me a lot of confidence. I feel amazing. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I don't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, who I was back then didn't align with this version. This version of me, she shows up confidently every single day working on her business. She loves herself. She lives in her purpose. I put myself first. I don't people please anymore. I set boundaries and I stick to them. I have non-negotiables and standards for my life. This version that y'all see, was not aligned with who I was. See, this version was always inside. However, it was buried under all of the fear, the people pleasing, the limiting beliefs, and the lack of confidence. I had to change. You have to change. See, God already has our blessings ready for us. He designed you for them. But the problem is, He gives us free will. So you can do whatever you want to do. He's not going to stop you. But you delay your own blessings, because He will not give you what you have been asking for until you change. So if you want to drag it out another 5 years, He will let you. You want to drag it out 20 more years? Fine. The choice is always yours. But He will not budge until you change. But when you change, He's going to give you more than you even imagined. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's so hard. Fine. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with life right now. That's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of success is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Always giving up on yourself and not having confidence in yourself, that's hard. Been there. I've done that. I know. I've lived both hards. And I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. Ladies, there is nothing that you cannot do. If you even had the idea, that's because you can. But you hold yourself back. It's time to fix it, and it's time to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. Now, I can only help people who want it. And if you don't, fine. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then respectfully just keep doing what you're doing. You're obviously doing an amazing job. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, you want to fix it, then I want to help you change it. I want to help you fix it. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to run your online business. Whatever it is you want to do, we can do it. It's all in there. So if you want to monetize your platforms, get paid for views on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, fine. I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. It's all in there. Maybe you want to sell an ebook, or maybe you want to do an e-course, a private community like a Skool community. Fine, I'll teach you. Let's build it together. It's all in there. Maybe you want to sell on TikTok like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's in there. Everything, and I mean everything, that you need to be successful with your online business is all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your business, I'm also going to help you build yourself. Together, you and I are going to build your confidence. Together, you and I are going to build your consistency. Together, you and I are going to build your discipline. Together, you and I are going to build your boundaries and your non-negotiables. We're going to stick to the plan, regardless of the mood, and you're going to know that you're worthy of it. There are things that are going on in your pretty head that is holding you back. So instead of letting that steal your dream life from you, let's fix it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, we're going to build your online business. But most importantly, we're going to build you. So not only do you start, you actually follow through this time. Before I let you inside of Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because, believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. And if you're anything like how I used to be, you're spreading yourself too thin. You're trying to build 50 ideas at once and it's not working because you don't have energy going into one thing. It's all over the place. So together, you and I are gonna choose your most favorite idea, and we're gonna build that. We'll come back to the pile later when the other ideas are growing, but we're gonna lock in on one. Money flows where energy goes. Some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to build, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't really want to build a business yet. There's other goals that you want to accomplish. Fine, we'll accomplish them together. No matter where you're at in your glow up journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. I want to make sure that you get all the attention that you deserve. So that's why I cap it at 10. 3 people have already joined, so we have 7 more slots left, okay? Another thing, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes because I only wanna help people who want it. I can't force change upon you. Women who want it, they move. They move because they're fed up of their own BS. They may not know how to change, but they know they want it. And because they know they want it, I can show them how, okay? So when we start the timer, just move. You already know what you want to do. So stop overthinking like you always do. Because if you're still on this live, that's because you know I can help you. So don't overthink it. Just move. One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. You will always have access to everything inside of there and everything that's being added every single month. You will also always have access to our live coaching calls on Thursdays. You will also always have access to our Sunday resets on Sunday. And you will also have access to new member activations, which are on Tuesdays, where you and I, we get together on the Zoom and we talk about what your goals are for the month and we lock in. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts, okay? Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, so once you're in forever, I typically charge $5.97 and women join. 6 women joined yesterday. They didn't get the discount because I was not on live. But because you are here, you are present, you're taking notes, and you promised me you were gonna execute, I'm going to take the price down. And the price will stay down for 10 minutes. But when that 10-minute timer goes off, ladies, that's it. So just move. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, and you can still get the discount. for the next 10 minutes, Glow Up Academy will be $249, okay? So when I set the timer, just move. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to join first before I set the timer. But once that timer starts, we only got 10 minutes, okay? All right. I'm gonna start with TikTok, YouTube. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now, this TikTok, I'm talking to y'all, me and you right here. The one y'all are on, that's my main account. So it does not look like this, okay? But the link is still the same, all right? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click confirm. You're gonna click on this red button right here that says open. And you're gonna click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. It's already marked down. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is $249. It will stay $249 for 10 minutes, and it'll move back up to $597. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email. Ladies, before you leave my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your email. Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I have to add you manually. I want to make sure that you have full access before you get up off my live. So please do not join and dip. Join and then come back and say, yes, Jazz, I got everything that I need, so that I know your email address was not misspelt. If it was misspelt, you're not going to get anything. So we're going to fix it on live, okay? So please do not leave. A lot of y'all be doing that, and I don't know, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be. So please quadruple check this, all right? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, and then you're gonna click this blue button here that says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving the first email from Stan. If 30 seconds went by and you did not get that email, that is because there was a spelling mistake. But no worries, we will fix it right here on live, okay? Just let me know you didn't get it so we can fix it, okay? YouTube. And for those of y'all who joined, just give me a second and I'm gonna start adding y'all manually right now. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave my live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and you're gonna click on this link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Same process, okay? Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click Start My Glow Up. Same thing within 30 seconds, okay? Also, I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer now. Also, ladies, please make sure you join the new member or activation on Tuesdays. For those of y'all who are joining today, on Tuesday, so in a few days, we're gonna be doing our new member activation. Please make sure you join that, all right? This is for new members. You're fresh inside Glow Up Academy. I wanna know more about you and what your goals are. So please make sure you join that. Those are on Tuesdays, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer. Now, once you guys are inside, there's an inbox here. You will always have access to any questions that you have, any feedback that you want. I'm also messaging you. There's an icon right here. It's an inbox icon. Please make sure you check that as soon as you join. Well, within 10 minutes because I'm on this live. Because I'm going to be asking you some questions. I want to know more about you and what you're struggling with, okay? Nope, the original price? No. It's already marked down. Okay. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top and click on this link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button that says open. Okay, 1 second. And you click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And it says $249, okay? I need you guys to respond to my message, okay? Some of y'all don't be responding because you don't even know there's an inbox. That's why I'm showing y'all now. Please make sure you respond. There's a little icon here. It's gonna have a red icon, a red number. Please make sure you click on that and respond to my message. Even if you can't respond when I send it, I need you to promise me you're gonna respond before you go to bed tonight because I need to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What are your ideas? What is the vision for your future? Like, I need to know so we can start fixing it and changing it. So please don't leave me on red. Don't leave me on red because I'm gonna message you again. Okay, don't leave me on red. So please promise me before you go to bed tonight, whatever time that is, that you respond to my message, okay? I need to know what's going on so we can fix it, all right? Okay. Also, the beauty, the timer is set, yes. The beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your journey. Not everyone's path is the same. I do want you guys to start with the welcome and orientation vault, okay? Because one of the biggest things we have to lock in on is our confidence or lack thereof. Confidence is built by keeping the promises that you make to yourself, starting something and finishing it. We're rebuilding ourselves. We're starting fresh, okay? We're gonna actually build all of these things that we're talking about step by step. So every single day for 7 days, I have a small homework assignment for you to do. It's all towards your goals, outlining what it is that you want for your life, and then checking in with me because I want to make sure you're getting the stuff done like you're supposed to. Yes, I hold you accountable, okay? So please make sure you do this. It's only 7 days, and every single day that you complete something off of the list, that shows you that you can start and finish. Now you're building that self-belief, you're building that confidence, and that confidence is what's going to take you into building your business, going live, selling your products, making your content. There's a reason I do what I do, and the reason why I do it, how I do it. So please, please, please do it, okay? Now once you finish, you get to choose your path. Okay, grateful. One second, you guys. I'm gonna start sending out the invites manually in a second. You choose your path, okay? Not everyone has the same journey. If you're ready to start your business, then go to the business building vault, okay? This is especially important for my ladies on here who are not familiar with Canva, because I share my screen with you and I show you all of the cool things that Canva does. So if you don't know much about Canva, you only know a little bit, I need you to watch that, because I promise you I answer all your questions. And I share my screen so you can look at your screen, look at mine, and do exactly what I'm doing, okay? I also walk you guys through how to price your product, depending on what it is that you want to do. I also show you guys how to set up your LLC and your S Corp and all of the things, and how to file your business taxes. Now, maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling to make sales. Fine, I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? I walk you guys through how to build your community, what things to make sure you're saying to connect with your audience, okay? This is very important. How to get people to click on your link. If people aren't clicking, that's a problem. We gotta fix it, because they can't buy something, they don't even click on the link. So we gotta get them to click, okay? Now, maybe you wanna work on your mindset. You're struggling with people pleasing. Maybe you don't set boundaries. You put everybody before yourself. I want you to start in the mindset vault, okay? Maybe you wanna work on self-care this year. You never put yourself first. Self-care vault, okay? If you want to grow your TikTok, go to the TikTok vault. If you want to grow your Instagram, go to the Instagram vault. If you want to grow your YouTube, YouTube vault. If you want to be a faceless creator, faceless vault, okay? So you choose your path, you choose your journey. There's no right or wrong answer. I just need you guys to be checking in with me because we're executing. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I'm sending out the invitations now. Give me 1 second, ladies. Roxanne, can you check your inbox for me? I need to know that you got the email from Stan. And then, oh, ladies, the second email is coming from Jasmine Spencer. That is me. Like I said, because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I have to add you in manually. This is why I want to make sure you guys are receiving all the emails, okay? Roxanne, check your email for me. Chrissy, check your email for me. Shauna, check your email for me. And don't just check, I need you to come back to the live and tell me, yes, Jazz, I'm in. Okay? Don't just dip. I need you to come back to the live and say, yes, Jazz, I'm in. I need confirmation. Please, ladies. I like to know everybody's where they're supposed to be, okay? I know sometimes people get excited. They trying to hurry up. Whoop, whoop. I need to know that you got what you're supposed to be getting, okay? Because I don't know what your email is. So I don't know if it's misspelled. I know like if you misspelled Gmail, but sometimes y'all be misspelling the name, so then I don't know. Thank you, Grateful. Okay, all right. Yes, I'm gonna show you again. All right, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, TikTok #1. Remember this, that's my main, this is my backup, so it looks a little bit different, but the links are still the same, okay? Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Click on this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, you guys have to leave the live. You can come to my YouTube channel. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click where it says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, the top button, okay? And then here we are. All right, 2:49. We have a few more minutes. I'm still waiting on 2 ladies to let me know you received your email. Hold on, I got another one. Rebecca, can you check your email for me, please? Also, my ladies who are joining today, do not forget we have our Sunday resets, and then we also have Tuesdays, our new member activations, okay? This is, I need to know what your goals are so we can start executing. In Glow Up Academy, we don't just talk about what we're gonna do, we execute it. Tell them it's the very, oh, yes, sorry you guys, it's the very first one. The very first one, sorry about that, ladies. The very first button, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? So I need it, we don't just talk about it. No, talking don't get us nowhere. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. This is how it gets done, okay? Okay, let's do a few more affirmations. Okay, perfect, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am still waiting on Chrissy. I don't know if she's still on this live or not. Ladies, please, please, please let me know you got your email. Okay. I am confident in the decisions I make. I am confident in the decisions that I make. Are we confident in the decisions that we make? I don't know why not. You didn't got yourself this far. You still kicking. You're still here. So obviously you know a thing or two about making a decision. Because the alternative would be you're not here. So you know how to make good decisions. You might not always make good decisions, but you do have proof that you know how to make a good decision. True or false? So now that we know we have the ability to make good decisions, we see it in our own life, we are confident that the decisions that we make towards our goals is also going to be the right decision, right? We are confident with that because we know that we have the ability to make good decisions. Ladies, I cannot stress this enough. You could be anywhere on the internet right now. There are thousands of creators on live right now. The reason why you're still here is because I was able to connect with you. If not, you would have left. And deep down inside, you know I can help you. Do not let this be the end of our communication. You're activated, you resonated. Let's move. Let's keep it going. Because once I end this live, my voice begins to fade and everything that we talked about slowly goes away. Okay, thank you. Slowly goes away. And nothing gets done. Okay? 1 second, babe. Shanda, can you check your email for me? Shanda? Okay. I am capable of achieving my dreams. I am capable of achieving my dreams. If you even thought the thoughts, that's because you can. That's because you can. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. And why do we do these affirmations? So when you first do them, if you're anything like how I used to be, you don't really believe what's being said. You hear it, it sounds cutesy, but deep down inside, you may not really believe it, okay? But that's okay. I don't care if you believe it. I still need you to say it. Because the more you say it, the more you start to believe it. And when you start to believe it, you start moving like somebody who already is doing it, okay? It's called embodiment. There's a reason why people say that that really works. It really works. When you start acting like what it is you want to be, you become that inevitably, because now you're showing up differently in your day-to-day. Now you're not making excuses. Now you're setting aside time to get stuff done. Now you're telling people no. Now you're putting yourself first and not feeling guilty. So everything that you always wanted to do actually gets done. I can't make this up. When I decided I wanted to lose weight, I started acting like a healthy person. Even though I was 340 pounds, I still acted like a healthy person. Well, what does a healthy person do? They eat produce and plants and fruit. They're counting their calories. They're going to the gym. They're prioritizing their sleep. They're drinking their water. I started acting like a healthy person, and guess what? I became one. And here I am, 100 pounds later. 3 years plant-based. Consistently exercising, consistently counting her calories, just like a healthy person. I can't make this up. So there's a reason for why I do what I do, okay? Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me? I am still waiting on Shanda. Shanda? Not sure where she's at, okay. Ladies, y'all already know how we roll. Please make sure y'all let me know y'all receive y'all emails. Y'all know this. All right, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I truly enjoyed you. Make sure you follow me if you haven't already. Ladies, they do steal my videos. So please make sure you follow me so you don't get hoodwinked. For those of you guys who joined Globe Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll be receiving a message with me in the next few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that's your choice. You chose that, okay? You didn't have to be by yourself. You could have allowed me to help you, but you opted out. Fine. Just make sure you execute, because if you don't, nothing I said matters. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you guys later, okay? Bye, TikTok number 2. Bye, Grateful. I'll see you inside Glow Up Academy. Bye, YouTube. And bye, TikTok.